everyone. Alongside Grant Hill and Steve Smith, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll hear from Allie LaForce in just a moment. And, of course, Brooke Lopez. And in this game, we've got talented centers, Smitty. It should be fun to watch these guys compete.
It is. I love the bigs versus bigs. It's a game within a game between the big fellas. They know everyone's watching their matchup. They want to get the best of each other.
Pass to Clark. The three ball. And here's Morant. He's covered by Grant. Just 5 on the clock. Rejected by Jokic. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Now George. Jokic the screen. Fires the three. George, and that's good.
Showing off his range. Wow, Paul George can hurt you from anywhere on the floor.
And here's Morant. The three from DeRozan. Hits the trifecta.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Now here's George. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game.
With this great length and skill, Paul George has no trouble getting points in the paint. If you look back to the Grizzlies postseason last year, there's one thing to remember. For most of their core guys, that was only their second trip to the playoffs.
George's shot is off.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Shot's good by Morant.
Tough to shadow Morant. Explosive off the dribble, but at the same time, can stop on a dime.
Pass to Jokic. Back to George. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. George has got 7 points in the game. Well, for that very young Grizzlies team, I'm thinking that playoff experience last year was invaluable, Smitty.
B.A., no question. For every playoff game a young player gets under his belt, the more prepared he is for the next playoff run. This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
To the inside. And the jam by George.
Long and athletic, PG-13 is a terror when he reaches the cup.
Jokic the screen. Fires for three. And again, it's George with a three. He's got 12.
This has been a tremendous quarter for him. Everything he puts up now looks like it's going in.
Pass to Morant. Shot to stop the run. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
You love to see that kind of elevation from your point guard. Ja Morant's a reliable finisher.
Memphis trailing here. Three-pointer off the mark. Outside Thibault. Pass to George. Clark grabs the board. And there's 1:38 left to play in the first quarter.
Okay.
Oh my! Wow. Throw it down!
Yes, he did.
Dante DiVincenzo.
As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
Here's George. And George with the jam.
Apparently, he didn't appreciate giving up points.
I mean, just throws it down right in the man's face. And the call will be against Kyle Kuzma. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's DeRozan. A reliable offensive contributor, putting up almost 14 a game. Doesn't go for him. And it's Denver the other way. George outside. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Few things get better as they age, especially in sports. Paul George is right up there with this all-around game.
Hits both from the stripe.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Outside Morant. Pass to DeRozan. Pure from three-point range. DeRozan's got 6.
With the ball in his hands, Ja draws so much defensive attention. Got his teammate a clean look.
Here's George. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Morant. Hey, great D that time from Graham.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
Kuzma for 3. And Morant clears the board. Here's DiVincenzo. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
Yeah, it was just a little late. I mean, he thought he got there, but the ref saw it otherwise.
Up in time. Paul George, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for the Denver Nuggets. Oh.
The Grizzlies, 17.
And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
For me, they made a point to attack inside early in the game, and it's paid off for them. A lot of solid looks in the paint.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
Double team on DeRozan. Outside Jones.
Grizzlies foul.
Grant with a steal. There's the foul. It'll go on Tyus Jones. That's his first foul. Here's Jackson. Grant right side. Oh, Grant throws it down.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammates. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
The 3 from DeRozan. And he can't sink that one. He's 2 for 4 in the contest.
And guys, over the last several years, Denver's been top 10 in offensive rating. Now, they played a slower pace, but made the most of their possessions.
Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Well, Paul George has certainly endured his share of criticism in the past, but he said, quote, "I can't worry about that. It comes with the job. I am who I am. They can judge me on what they want. I'm going to go out there and hoop and give it everything I've got." And guys, he brings a lot to the table.
No question. He is elite, Allie. Thank you. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. Boy, this Denver team, great offensively over the last couple of seasons. How so?
Well, B.A., they execute in the half courts. That's pretty simple. I mean, so difficult to do against NBA defenses. Now, normally they have multiple ball handlers on the floor, guys who can make quick decisions.
Double team on DeRozan. Outside Jones. Just 5 to shoot. This one for 3. And it's DeRozan missing.
Started out strong from three-point land. Hit 2 in the first quarter, but he's gone dry since.
Outside for Grant. And stolen by Clark. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Another shot. And he sinks the layup.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Overall, though, they've taken good care of the ball. That's their first turnover.
Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Drives to the hoop. Abdul-Jabbar's shot is good. And the Grizzlies lead by 1.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Grant in the post. Jackson outside. 4 on the clock. It's deflected. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Here's DiVincenzo. Perfect night so far. 2 for 2. We've seen a lot of coaches make the transition from college to the NBA. Smitty, what are the biggest challenges in making that leap, you think?
I think gaining trust from your players is totally different from the NBA and college. Also, the pace of the game. Not the speed of the players, but the flow of gameplay itself. And finding the soft spot in an NBA defense is much harder than it is in college.
Batum outside, and they get it. Drops in the three. Batum's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
Reliable shooting for Batum at the arc. Having offensive options you can count on is so important.
Double team on DeRozan. DiVincenzo with it. Jackson in his pocket. And there's the call on Reggie Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter.
That pass was from far, far away and right on the money.
A serious long-distance connection right there. Pass to Jokic. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Jokic has gotten his first points in this one.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
A minute 9 left in the first half. Back to Kuzma. It's George on the wing from 20 feet. And another basket for Denver.
So far, George's competitive play has worked well. He's getting just about everything to fall.
Fast break. Here come the Nuggets. Oh, Grant throws it down.
Good fast-paced play there. It's much easier to find a shot when you beat the defense back.
Clark, no good. Denver in the lead. And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyus Jones. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And that's his 3rd foul. The chance you take leaving him in with 2. Let's see if they'll sit him now until the half.
Here's Grant. He's got it. 4 for 4 now. He's automatic.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
This is a close-knit group.
Oh, did you see that?
Finish.
Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. The 3 from DeRozan. Hits a three-pointer. DeRozan's got 9.
Picking up right where he left off. Hit 2 triples in the first quarter. Now he gets another to fall.
Here's George. No good off the glass. And out of bounds. Denver will have it.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. The Nuggets on top, up by 1. And will return shortly. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. And here's Denver. They lead by 1. They host the Pistons after this one, and that'll wrap up what has been a 5-game homestand for them.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Here in the second half, these teams still neck and neck.
I really like how each team is matching the other's intensity.
And with the Memphis Grizzlies, Smitty, they felt like an underdog for as long as they've been around.
This seems to fuel each and every guy that plays here. BA, they want to prove the doubters wrong. It's something that has really brought this group together.
Doesn't get any easier than this. Just give Jokic the ball, and he'll take care of the rest.
Morant with it. Picked up by Grant. And it's Jeremy Grant with a foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
It's stolen by Thibault.
Good eyes by the defense. Clearly, that's not where he wanted the pass to go, and he's frustrated.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball.
Attack, young man.
assistant.
You see his length, the explosion, making sure of that one.
Right side Thibault. That shot missing. Now Memphis takes it the other way. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there.
That's just being out of sync, and at the worst time, costly.
Your Nuggets, Nicholas Batum.
Now here's George. Give him 20. From deep, Jokic.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Outside Morant. Adams up top. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's on Nikola Jokic.
I mean, one of the hardest workers in the league. Adams has done a great job of refining his offensive skill set.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Wow, when we talk home court advantage, you think the Nuggets have the best of the NBA?
I think so, B.A., and it has to do with geography. Denver is at altitude, and that's hard on your body, trust me, I know. And they're isolated from the rest of the league, so it always is a long trip out there as well.
Pass to Bane. 5 to shoot. Back to Adams. Not going to go that time. And the Nuggets going the other way now. Now here's Jokic. And the dunk by Jokic.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Pass to Bane. Here's Murphy, covered by Thibault. Murphy's shot is off. Jackson outside. Jokic the screen. Jackson with it. Guarded now by Williams. And that one good. And now a 7-point Denver lead.
The defense having to respect Jackson's outside game. That opened up things for him in the inside.
Outside Bane. Jacks up a 3. And another miss by Memphis.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's Jokic. Here's Thibault. Inside. Here's Batum. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
All right, Batum still has some hops left in those legs.
Timeout called. Memphis.
Yeah, and we hear this a lot about the Grizzlies, but it bears repeating. There's probably no team in the NBA that has more reason for optimism than Memphis.
Memphis trailing here. You know, I think about all the optimism surrounding the Grizzlies. The rest of the NBA has been put on notice.
Yeah, B.A., and they should be. This team should be a contender for years to come. But the front office makes the right moves, which they have in the last few years. They could be hanging up some banners very soon.
Jackson gets the bucket. And it's an 11-point Nugget lead.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Back to Morant. Pass to Adams. Oh, they need need this. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's going to go on Reggie Jackson. A unique talent. Ja Morant has taken the NBA by storm. Grant, does Ja remind you of anyone?
Well, many people, including Paul George, have compared Ja to a young D. Rose. Yet each explosive athletes at the one position. Both Ja and Rose leading their teams at a young age as well.
For 3, George. It's rebounded by Memphis. After this one, they're off to Dallas to take on the Mavericks. That game will conclude the 3-game road trip they're currently on.
You'd like to let the clock run and take the final shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
The all-around game Paul George possesses is so special. His versatility is what makes him so valuable.
Paul George. That's his first personal foul. Fourth team.
The first one falls.
At the line for the Grizzlies, Ja Morant.
And Morant drops them both.
You know, some of Ja Morant's sequences remind you of a young Derrick Rose. He's that explosive.
Now a timeout called by Denver.
And we'd all love to hear what goes on in those huddles, but we just get the snapshots.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
Both teams deciding to change it up. 8 seconds left in the third quarter. For 3, George gets the 3 ball to go. George has got 25 points. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Nuggets ahead.
The Grizzlies, 43.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Here's Morant. Crafty move. Driving to the basket. And there's the rejection.
And you have to be careful with Bogut roaming around. He's just a shot blocking machine.
Pass to George. From downtown. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Morant with it. Now guarded by Brown. Now DiVincenzo. And here is DeRozan. And the call will be against Kyle Kuzma. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's DeRozan. Double team on DeRozan. Here's Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
DeMar's a magnet for defensive attention. You see the overreaction leading to a wide open man.
Kuzma with the ball. Back to George. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. George has got 27.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Clark, no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And George launches it from deep. From beyond the arc and then some. George has got 30 points.
Hey, continue to stack it up from 3. He's got 2 in each half so far.
Stolen.
Memphis foul. Abdul-Jabbar. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Down low. And the a jam by George.
And I don't think we've really seen many 7-footers who can pass like Jokic. So calm and easy with the ball, but almost always makes the right decision.
Here's George. Oh, misses the dunk.
How much mustard on that hot dog do you really need? I know he's going for the big finish, but he didn't need to do all that.
And Batum over to help. DiVincenzo with it. Thibault picks him up. Abdul-Jabbar. Shot clock at 5. Here's Morant. Misses off the left iron.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Pass to Thibault. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Nicholas Batum making the resourceful play, gifting the ball to a ready shooter instead of forcing something.
And Morant gets double-teamed to the paint. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
Jokic up top. Pulls up on the wing. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused, and they've executed.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Nuggets.
I was really impressed with their attitude today, Grant. Competitive game, they battled through every step of the way.
And B.A., can you say big-time effort and energy? I mean, just a tremendous performance. They were well-deserving of this win.
And a good performance to bring them their 18th win of the year.
Only a 2-game series, and they win both. They have to be satisfied with this.
And what a huge performance it was for Paul George.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
Top of the key. And Morant clears the board. And here's Memphis now. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
That's exactly what you work for, a high percentage look.
Jokic up top. Lets it fly. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one.
This has to feel good. They gave their fans a show and secured the W.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
Nice shot by DiVincenzo. They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, B.A. They deserve the win.
Now George. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. They didn't have too many...